What the fuck? It looks like it's working on my end now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they forgot to clean their ears from week to week, I guess. Anyway, Eric in the chat. What's going on, Eric? Tuxedo already giving me some shit. It went from 7:10 to 7:15. I don't know what that is because I go live around 8:45 or 9. No sound.
You're good now.
Yeah. Danielle says, hey, hey, go Panthers. Appreciate it, Danielle. Tuxedo says, drowning for wasps. That's funny. Tuxedo says, no audio genius. It's funny. Tuxedo says, geez, 1 week off and look what happens. I mean, this, I'd love to say this doesn't happen often, but it's happened almost once a week at this point. Working now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Normally I could say, hey, I just didn't turn it on, but it all looks on. That's how you start off a week, boys. Little technical difficulties. I'm here for it. She's like Panthers every time. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Until next season. Taylor Don said, oh yeah, man's back. Cheers, call me old fashioned, everyone. Taylor Don, welcome to the stream. I'll go ahead and start off with a little new rift. This has kind of been the kind of the go-to bottle when I'm not on the stream lately. You can kind of see I've dented it. I've put in a little work on this bottle, comparatively, right? Call me old fashioned. I got sample bottles in today. Already put the lids on them, plus a couple extra samples. I plan on sending them Monday. Hey, take your time, no rush. How'd you get bottles, bro? Mine got canceled. Well, boys, what are you guys drinking on? You drinking a little old fashioned? That's what I forgot. I was gonna make an old fashioned. That's on me again. I should probably have Liz bring me ice. Fuck, did I wake the kid up? I might have just woke the kid up. It's definitely possible. We're checking if we have ice. Capricin? No, guys, it's not Capri Suns. Capri Suns are good, but you ever had those little blue Hawaiian punch things with little weird top? You gotta like pry off. Those things slap. Probably Eric got my order. It looks like. Capri Suns are good too, though. But there's no way, like Capri Sun, I can't get the straw in. I mean, those things are like child-proof. Eric's drinking on Larceny A124. Hey, that's not bad. There's been a bunch of Larceny around here lately. Like Costco had a big old shipment of them. I will say my nose is definitely working a little bit better. All you gotta do is take a little break and your nose just snaps back in, you know? Anyway, didn't have much planned for you boys this week. I was gonna do a blind, but then I was like, it's gonna take a lot to set up, and it was gonna be like a blind between a couple different bottles, and I'm missing one that I want to do, so I was just gonna fill it in, but I figured we just wait on it. Just wait till it's ready, you know. That camera's going nuts. I can hear it. Eric says, I like the juice. It looks like barrels. You might be too young for that, though. Possible. I mean, are you just saying in general, or are we talking about a certain bottle? Texu says my Total Wine randomly had a whole bunch of good shit in a few days ago. They had Larceny A124, Elijah Craig A124, Woodford's Reserve Master Thingy, and some of those Penelopes. It's awesome. The thingies. I almost got one of those Woodford's Masters collections, mainly because like I like the double oak so much, and my one complaint on that stuff is like I wish it was a little bit higher proof. Whether if it was like, it doesn't have to be anything too high, like 105, 108, like that would be ideal. The Woodford's Master Collection though is like 126.8, I believe, but they're also super expensive. So I hear they're not really worth the price, but they are good. Tuxedo says Total Wine offers double reward points for verified military members. Eric, did you know of this? That's awesome. I didn't know that though. JG just subscribed. JG, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the family. Daniel says, dude, I'm watching a freaky show last night and seeing. Now I have a hamster. Daniel, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Eric says, oh, we're talking about juice. I thought you were talking about like bourbon. Yeah, okay, yeah. You're talking about the like the chug jugs, little like plastic bottles with just like flavorless color drink. Yes. Yes. We had those a lot as a kid. T in the chat says, do you like scotch? I really haven't had a scotch that I've liked, but I haven't had many scotches either. So I can't say that I dislike it, but I can say what I've had is not been great. But everybody in the chat is pressuring me to get certain ones. So eventually we'll be doing some kind of scotch on the channel eventually. JG says tea. Oh, cheers. Dom says the Master Keep Triumphs were 220 over here. Hey, bro, what is it? The Russell's Reserve 15 year. They had a couple of them at the liquor store near me. They wanted like $300 for it. I want it. I really want to get it, but I don't want to spend $300. Eric says, Tuxedo says, Eric's in a Total Wine dead zone. Total Wine's kind of like Dollar Generals, bro. They're everywhere. I don't know how that's possible. JG says, what's a good bourbon drink after the old fashioned? Are you looking for like cocktail or just like a bourbon itself to drink neat? Because old fashions can't go wrong with that, obviously. But if you're looking for something after, I don't know. I typically like switch back and forth. I'll drink it neat, have an old fashioned, drink another neat. Sometimes, not on stream typically, but sometimes when I'm just chilling, I'll throw a couple ice cubes in to have it on the rocks. But T says, I like scotch the most personally. If you like rye, you may be surprised on how much scotch you'd enjoy. So, the quickest rundown. So when I started, obviously I liked bourbons. I like the sweeter palates. That's just me. I'm a little bitch, I guess. And I didn't like rye at first either because I had like 2 ryes that were just disgusting. They were Willets, obviously. And then I've been branching into more ryes. And the Bullet Rye 12 year that I talk about on every stream, probably one of my favorites. Same thing with the Bardstown Rye and the Redwood Empire Rye. So I'm getting more into them. And that's why I said like the scotch. I had 2 scotches that I just didn't care for at all. But I'm sure there's better ones out there. I had cheap scotch, by the way. So I imagine we'll branch into that just like we're branching into ryes more now. Tuxedo said a Manhattan. Oh, cocktail? Yeah, Manhattan's not bad. I like to kind of like be like boring when it comes to cocktails. Apparently, Like I like to do like a whiskey lemonade, but it's also summer, so like I like a refreshing type of drink. An old fashioned is like a fancy way to take a shot for me. You don't take it like a shot, obviously you sip it, but typically if I want a cocktail, I'm going like girly. You know, I want like a strawberry lemonade whiskey drink. You know. Eric says, I hear people on other channels talking about Total Wine. I don't know why we don't have one. It's strange. I don't know why you don't have one either, because they're everywhere. Jay in the chat says, I just started my collection, 5 bottles deep. LOL. Well, which 5 bottles do you have? That's the question. Oh, you want me to open it? Sorry. I had to open it up, you know? Tuxio says, what, 5, Jay? Teen says, Bullet Rye is so good. The Whistle Pig, really solid, just too pricey. I had the Whistle Pig Alpha Romeo F1 Series one. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's my number 1 hated bottle. But it was expensive. The Bullet Rye is good, but the 12-year, that stuff's really good. Whiskey sweet tea is also great in the summer. Oh yeah, it is. A little. I like to do like a little honored. Having a stroke here. Arnold Palmer. There we go. About stroked out there, boys. A little sweet tea, a little lemon juice, some whiskey, a whole lot of ice. That's a good drink right there. Jay says Weller's A107. Oh, Antique 107. PS Eagle Rare, Buffalo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and Remus. Not a bad collection. It's all kind of the same thing though. Buffalo's very similar to Eagle Rare and similar to Weller's, but the Remus is a little bit different there. But it's not a bad collection for 5 bottles by any means. The way I started my collection is I bought a bunch of cheap bottles so I can figure out the profiles I liked. And honestly, I like a lot of cheap bottles too. Like I like a lot of the Redwood Empire stuff. Obviously, I got like some Buffalo Trace stuff, but I don't drink as much as you'd think. I like New Rift. New Rift's been like the new hot bottle of the week. Still Austin's been awesome. This one, right? I got to bring it up just because everybody's going to talk shit. The Jim Beam Black 7-year. This is my favorite budget bottle, so tons of stuff out there. Buy whatever you like, though. Tuxedo says, puts on a nice pantsuit. Ahem, may interest you in some Penelope bourbon. That's awesome. Yeah, well, Tuxedo will get you on some Penelope, Jay. Jay says, sorry, phone, been drinking already. Typing is hard. I get it. Talking's hard, too. My favorite scotch is Lapahog 10, but it tastes like you're just drinking gasoline mixed with fire. That thing moved. Gasoline and fire? I mean, I like gasoline, I guess. Not AJ says, greetings from Poland. Do you support something? I don't know what he's saying there. I don't know. Probably not. I don't really support a lot of things, I guess. I support bourbon. But welcome from Poland. Yeah, Bullet Rye drank Woodford's yummy too. Yeah. I mean, both of those are good. I really like Woodford's Double Oak. Like when people ask me like what's my favorite and they see all these bottles, I'm like, yeah, none of this. I want to try Blanton's. Blanton's isn't bad, but I mean honestly the what do you want to call it? The Weller's is better than that. It's good. It's just it is definitely hyped up. If you can get it for the right price, it's good. But I'd much rather have a lot of things other than Blanton's. But I have one. I baby this bottle though. I barely drink it. That way, when somebody asks, I could say I still have it. I also did a number on the Russell's Reserve store pick. This thing has been going rounds. I will say, what is funny, you guys didn't see, is the shelf over here on the bottom almost went down. We just put these bottom shelves up. This one almost took a tumble. I got off the stream the other night and I saw that thing was at like a 45-degree angle. And I was like, well, that needs to be fixed. Jay says, super new to bourbon, going to Nashville in August. Super excited. Hey, spread your wings, let them fly. Make sure you save up for a little bit of bourbon budget. When I say a little bit, I mean save up a lot. I think I'm not going to be going in August, but I definitely think I'll be going in December. Because I have 2 back-to-back weddings in December up there. T says, have you ever had that 65% Knob Creek bourbon? Phew, kicks you in the teeth. I have not had it. But I'm also not a big Knob Creek fan. I don't know why. But I have also had like the boring ones, so we'll see eventually. T says, there is a distillery near me called Legends. They do a wheated bourbon that's delicious. You know, I love me a good wheated bourbon here. I've been dying to get the Screamin' Titan. It's the only bottle I want to buy right now. And it may not even be the best bottle in the world, but it's the only one I want to go find because I cannot find it. It's like the hype of the hunt. You know what I mean? Like I go look for it and nobody has it. And I want to get it before the second batch comes out. Or batch 2. Eric says you may run into that hot 2 girl in Nashville. She probably doesn't go out in public like that anymore. People probably harass the hell out of that girl. She didn't bring me the ice, did she? She came in here and brought me something else. Jay says I haven't seen that video yet. Or have you not seen that video yet? Let's get a little old-fashioned going here. Wife's going to bring in some ice. Oh, that's not the right cup. The question is, what do we make the old-fashioned with, boys? Should we do it with the new wrist? Should we do a little Redwood Empire? Still Austin? I don't know. You guys let me know. You guys know my collection better than I do at this point. Hendrix in the chat says, yo, what's up? Don't tell me if you open the door. Wesley Long says, get any good bottles lately? Depends on what you mean by lately. Because I didn't go shopping this week. But the last time I went shopping, I got 1792 Foolproof, Kirkland, Bottle and a Bond. I got this New Riff single barrel. I think I got something else too. I just don't know where it is. But yeah, I've been looking for the Redwood Empire Screaming Titan. So I haven't really bought anything until I find that one. Because that's the one I want to try right now. Where's the charities, boys? Let's... Jay says, so I've had the Weller 12-year at a bar, $26 back in February. Fell in love with that. I've been chasing it ever since. There's a few bars around here that do pours, and they have a lot of good stuff. The issue is I really don't want to go to those bars to drink. I'll go there to like taste one. And that may be a cool live stream or video for one day, but if I go in there and I go to like drink, I'm gonna drop $300, $400, $500 in there because everything's expensive. Fuck, the simple syrup's over here too. All right. If you guys don't know, here is how I make my old fashions. If you guys are wanting to pick which bourbon, you better throw it in the chat pretty quick. So you do basically like a half ounce of simple syrup. That's how you start it off. You can use cube sugars. I just use 1 cube. I don't do that when I'm on stream, just simply because I don't like to make too much of a mess. I use the Woodford's bitters for almost everything. I use a little bit of the spiced cherry bitters, just like a quarter to a half an eyedropper, and then the same thing with the orange bitters. Wesley says, I was in Florida this weekend and picked up Stag and a Joseph Magnus at retail. Pretty happy about that. Wesley, what part of Florida were you in? Tuxedo says Blanton's. Blanton's, it's only 90 proof though. I'm gonna have to eyeball the bourbon, huh? I don't have the little shot pour in here. It's okay. I mean, I can fucking do Blanton's, I guess. I just feel like it's kind of a waste. You picked the one bottle I don't know how to eyeball properly. I'll leave this down. We'll put this one back up. All right. Then, she didn't bring me other ice either. We're all ass backwards today, boys. Little cherry. Little spoon of cherry juice. Mix her up. Lake Worth, Palm Beach County. Well, I mean, I'm kind of from down there, but I haven't been down there in a minute. I'm from the Miami area, but my family used to live in Deerfield, so honestly, I couldn't tell you a liquor store down there to save my life. Normally, I would ice this down, but I can't have her running back in here. The kid just went to sleep, so. Texas says, damn it, EH, where's the quality control? I know, right? All right. Bobby in the chat says, Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Omaha. And then, of course, we're smoking it. Typically, with the sweeter old fashioned, I'm either going to go one of two ways. I'm either going to match that same with the cherry bitters or the cherry wood, or I do like a walnut. Right now, I have walnut in there. Bro, it won't shut off. Wesley says, same. I was on vacay, visiting the wife's family. That's awesome, though. I love a good vacation, you know? Mr. Mom in the chat says, cheers, everyone. Miss Mom, welcome to the stream. All right, it like went all over the desk. You can't see it, but it's pretty cool. It definitely needed that ice to chill it down first. But a little Blanton's Old Fashioned isn't bad. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of Blanton's, but I mean, whatever. Tuxedo says, but how does that wood thing not catch fire? LOL. That's the question we should be asking. It has like a little fireproof wax on it. It's fucking hot as piss, but it's also in a little metal grate. So I'm not lighting the wood on fire. You know? So the metal heats up, kind of warms the wood, but it's not even like burning the wood, to be honest. Piece fell on my thumb, though, and burnt the fuck out of my thumb. My only complaint about a Blanton's Old Fashioned is it needs to be higher proof, right? Because when the ice hits it, a little bit of the sugar, a little bit of bitters, waters it down a little bit, and it just doesn't have that oomph, that you'd like to see in it. So, but yeah, I think it's still solid. It's sweet as fuck. Probably should have went with maybe just a touch less simple syrup. It's magic, Tuxedo, magic. Tuxedo says I like Eric's answers more. I'm here to give you the proper answer. It's y'all's job to make the fun ones, I guess. This is only a 93 proofer. This bourbon was dumped on November 15th, 2023. That's funny. Jay says, stupid question incoming. Do you all keep your empty bottles? Do I? No, not anymore. But I can guarantee you one thing. All the males in here keep all their boxes. You know what I mean? We don't throw boxes away for anybody. You're gonna have your iPhone box from 2012 still in your closet. Same thing with the bourbon boxes. I still got the Hibiki box, the Caribou Crossing box. I got my Crown Royal 18-year box down here. You know what I mean? I keep all the boxes for what? I have no fucking clue. I have no idea. I just can't throw them away. I used to keep all the bottles, but then I got like a little decanter set, so I don't really need to. I just keep the corks. Hey, that's a good way to think about it. Get rid of the bottle, keep the cork as a little memento, saying you finished it off. Jay, it's not a stupid question, though. Eric says, Jay, I keep some of them for a friend that wants to do a light display with them when he gets his bar built. You know what's funny? There has been 2 or 3 weddings I went to this year that had the centerpieces to be like fairy lights in the whiskey bottle as like the decor. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, if you're going to do something fancy with them, definitely could do that. I see people making cups out of them. I see people making lights. You can do all types of shit with them. It just depends on if you do that. If you don't do any of that, I say probably don't keep your bottles because you're just going to have a mess eventually. I have the E.H. Taylor tin too. So I still have the Handy and Scheller old fashioned tin up there. So it's just like one of those things. You just can't throw it away. You're like, I'm going to use this eventually. For what? Who knows? Daniel says box hoarders. Absolutely. I can guarantee you there's not a guy in here that hasn't kept his iPhone box, a shoe box, his bourbon box. They're keeping the boxes. For what? Don't know. I do it. I just have no clue why. It's like something we have to do. Jay says, so far I haven't bought any with boxes. I do have all my phone boxes. Corks? Like, in case you break one too. Hey, the corks in case you break one is actually a genius tip. I didn't think about that. I don't think I've really broken a cork yet. I usually break the corks on like wine bottles like all the fucking time. And we had like plastic ones, but if it was ever like a really like sentimental bottle or like a really fancy one, then I probably would keep it for something like to use as like an infinity bottle of some kind, but other than that, I try to throw them out. Mr. Mom says, I keep my older wild turkey rare breed bottles. My aunt requested a Four Roses single barrel bottle for a flower vase. Yeah, my wife, for Valentine's Day, I used to get her these fake flowers. I was always one a year to go with her regular flowers. So it was a fake, like, felt or styrofoam or some kind of like fake flower. And she puts it in the first wine bottle that we had on like one of our first dates, basically. So you could do the same thing with bourbon. Four Roses, single barrel though? Single barrel might be a little short, but you can get a lot in there then. Tuxedo says, I save all my Penelope bottles since I don't have many. I like to remember them. I bet. Eric says, I keep the boxes in case I need to store something in them. Don't know what I would put in them, but they're all good for storing stuff. Exactly. We keep all the boxes for that one. I'm waiting for the day that I find something I can store in an iPhone box and I go, I got just a box. Hang on. Break it out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can look in my closet, bro. I got fucking boxes for days in there. I used to collect shoes, and I had not only my shoes in plastic boxes, but then I had all the shoe boxes. For what reason, I have no idea. Probably to like resell them or something like that, but who knows? Who knows? You know what I want to get? Like these smokers are cool, convenient and stuff like that. I want to get one like the box again where you can smoke the entire glass. I think that would be a better experience. A little bougie, but I'm here for it. Eric says Tuxedo just refills his Penelope bottles and refills them with Willet and tells people this is the best bourbon ever. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Willet. Jay said something. I have no idea what that is. Jay says, okay, I'm going to lurk. Can't type anymore. Jay, it's okay. Tuxedo says, I can't delete Eric's comment. Call me old fashioned. Delete his comment. He's on to me. I brought it over onto the stream too. Let me see. Pop in this stream real quick. See if I can't. If it's not showing me all these comments. Nope, don't know. Don't know what's there. Dun, 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 dun. Well. All right. Anyways, for the people in here, I know what Eric's drinking on. What's everybody else drinking on? Tuxedo, what are you having? Like a sex on the beach? Like what are you drinking on? A virgin strawberry daiquiri? Eric says, Jay, just keep typing, buddy. We've all been there. Keep typing anyway. Bro, you'll be surprised. Some people get a little toasted in here. Jay says, LOL, my wife has cut me off. Even ask for another one. I mean, you can ask for a multiple. You're at home. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. I don't know where you're at in the world, but over here, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. Tuxedo says, why do you always think I'm drinking girly drinks? Oh, I haven't been wrong yet. First and foremost. 2, I thought you said you didn't drink. 3, if you were drinking Penelope, there's no doubt you would have already said it. So, checkmate. Jay says, it's been a long week. It's been a fucking extremely long week. I'm right there with you. Tuxedo says, I'll have you know, I'm drinking a Mai Tai. Okay. Right, it does say Mai Tai, right? The thing is moving. Jay said 6:15 here. It's earlier. Damn, Jay, you toasted at 6:15. So 6:15. Where the fuck are you at? 6:15. I was gonna say California, but that's like 30 minutes off. I'm in Florida, if that makes sense. Just make it easier on everybody. I'm in Florida. Wesley says, sipping on Heaven Hill. Who's had, fuck, what is it? Straight from the Grain? Is that what it's called? The Heaven Hill bottles that are coming out? I like Heaven Hill. I like to call it Haven Hill, though. So people lose their mind over that one. You know what? Heaven Hill would have been better than the Blantons in this old fashioned, I tell you that. Thomas in the chat says, cheers from northern Michigan tonight. Well, Thomas, cheers. Funniest story about Michigan? I've only made it to the border of Michigan, by the way. From Wisconsin. What part? I have no idea. We drove in, and we were chased by like a bazillion like bees and wasps. I don't know which one, because we never got out of the car. We were trying to take a sign with the Welcome to Michigan sign, and they swarmed the car for like 10 miles. And that was when I said, I'm never going back to Michigan. So, Jay says, Heaven Hill 7-year? Is it 7-year? Right? Yeah. Heaven Hill 7-year? It's 100 proof. So, my complaint about this is it needs to be like 100 proof or a little bit higher to give it a little more oomph to it. So, yeah, 7-year. The bottle I was thinking, though, is there's... Let me just look it up. I'm gonna just look up the bottle I'm thinking of. Heaven Hills Grain to Glass. They came out with like 3 of them, I think. Like multiple, like a bourbon, a rye, and then a blended whiskey. They're pretty expensive. They're like $200 though. But that's what I was thinking of. If anybody had that. True in the chat says, try that new subtle smoke Basil Hayden. Just got some at the liquor store I work at. Not too bad if you're into some smoke. Okay, so the smoked Basil Hayden. I wasn't like, I was kind of middle of the road when it came to the Basil Hayden when I had that. But I am a fan of like oaky and smoke. So that may be something I could try. Do you know what price is on that? I've never even heard of that one. Wesley says, I've been looking for a bottle of that. I haven't found a lot of things I've been looking for lately, but Thomas says, sipping on that JB. I mean, right now on like my little hunt list is, right at the top, it's one I'm dying, bro. I can't find it, so it makes me want it more, is the Redwood Empire Screaming Titan. I want to find the Russell Reserve 15-year, but I want to find it for the right price, not like 300 plus. And then what was the other one that I'm looking for? Oh, the New Rift 8-year and a New Rift Rye 8-year. Both of those, that's what I'm looking for. Obviously a bunch of other stuff too, but those are like right now at like the top of my hunting list. That and Woodford's Double Oak for a good price. Tuxu says, I was watching a video about how the Heaven Hill Distillery caught fire in the 90s and just lost like 5 entire warehouses and like hundreds of thousands of barrels. You didn't know about that? Yeah. Brutal, bro. What a waste. Party foul is what I said. But Jay says, thanks for streaming too. First timer to your channel. Hey, Jay. Well, welcome to stream. I would say we do go live every Friday about 9 o'clock, but we missed last Friday. We're still trying to iron some things out on my side, but I would say keep your eyes peeled on Fridays for live streams. Normally, it's not just hangout streams. Normally, we start with a like a more educational or review or something a little bit more, professional, we'd say. And then we usually do a hangout stream afterwards. But we just kind of jumped into a hangout stream because I had nothing prepared. So, but I like hanging out with you guys. Have a drink, do some dumb shit. Liz says, just running in, doing housewife duties. LOL. Hope you boys are having a good night. Tuxedo says, you guys are so old, y'all probably remember that. Damn, Tuxedo Cat, don't do that to us. I gotta sneeze. Tuxedo or Cat says, my mom would say drinking is a housewife duty. Drew says, running around $58.99 here in South Carolina. Eric says, watch Tuxedo, I'll have you impeached. Jay says, yes, just watch that too. Crazy lightning storm fire. Eric said, you're on the bourbon yet? Jesus. No, not yet. She's like, only bourbon cream here. She goes, and whatever drink I had on 4th of July. On 4th of July, she had a peach old fashioned. I'm not a big fan of peach, but I'll probably make it for you guys one day just so you can kind of see. It's basically muddled peaches, bitter, simple syrup, and bourbon. And I think they put ginger beer on top, actually. Oh, Wesley says bourbon cream makes a mean French toast. Okay, hey, that sounds like the hangover way to cure it, iRock says, God bless you. Oh, for my sneeze. Thanks, bro. Oh, Tuxedo says, bless you. So, Wesley, if you missed out, you may have been here. I don't remember. I made like a bourbon cream video where we made like an iced coffee. We put Buffalo Trace, some I think it was Starbucks iced coffee, bourbon cream, a little simple syrup, made a little iced coffee. It was actually pretty good. I like my coffee black though, so it wasn't like up my alley as much. But if you like coffee, it's definitely good. Do I add it in the eggs? Liz, no, just calm down. Just calm down. Rumor there is an Elijah Craig toasted rye. Thoughts? That's not rumor. That's definitely. I believe that's about to be released. Thoughts on it? I would say it's probably going to be good, but you gotta like that though. If you like Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel Original, you're gonna like the rye. If you are into ryes, I'm just now getting into the ryes that I really like. I'll probably pick that up. I think that'd be a good test run to see how far the ryes have grown. That I've grown to like ryes. That would be a good test. If you can find it, of course. iRock says, literally just started watching you. What are your top 3 sippers? It just depends on what day we're talking. If we're talking today, if we're like just in general, Woodford's Reserve Double Oak is number 1. That's going to be number 1 for almost anything. You know what I mean? That's just my favorite go-to all around. As of lately, I've kind of been liking basically anything Redwood Empire. I'll take those all day. Grizzly Beast is probably going to be my favorite one as of right now. And the New Rift Single Barrel and the Still Austin Cask Strength have been kind of neck and neck for me as far as what I've been drinking lately. But yeah, my shit's all over the place. I don't know if I have a top 3 anymore because I personally like to have a bunch of bottles so I can have like one pour of a bunch of different stuff throughout the night when I drink. Because if you say, what's my favorite rye? It's going to be the Bullet 12 year. This one It's definitely my favorite. Just delicious stuff. A hibiki is good too, but it needs way more proof. iRock says Elijah Craig toasted is legit. It's good. It's not my favorite though, but I just felt like the one that I had was, I don't know, just a little weird. Wesley says I have a bottle of Elijah Craig toasted, but haven't opened it yet. That's the one thing I think I have a problem with is if I buy a bottle, it's opened within hours. Liz says, I love how you skipped over the fact that I was 100% correct. I didn't see you be correct with anything yet, but maybe it didn't pop up yet. Thomas says, bought what I believe was the last bottle of Early Times Bottled and Bond in Michigan this week. Thomas, I do not like Early Times Bottled and Bond. I don't know. There's something about it. Everybody told me to buy it, and I hunted it for like a while. Where is it? It's on the top shelf. You know, if it's on the top shelf, I don't drink it. It just has like a weird taste to me. I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not as good as some of my other stuff, so I just never drink it. So like, it's not for me. Dog C Hyper 91 says the video quality is stellar. Wow, appreciate it. I work hard on it. Appreciate it. iRock says nice. Woodford's double is my 2. Then Old Forester 100. That's a good pick. Then I like the Brothers and Bond Cast or Old Granddad 114. Everybody kind of goes for that 114. I don't know if I've had the Brothers Bond yet. Brothers Bond is off of some TV show people, right? What is that, like Vampire Diaries or something like that? I can't remember. Woodford's is good. I like Old Forester. I like 1920 though the most so far. I haven't had all of them though. Once you have one, you kind of have all of them. My taste in a sense changed from week to week. You know, if I had to pick a budget bottle, I'm going Jim Beam Black 7-year. If I had to pick an expensive bottle, I'm probably going Bardstown Single Barrel. I'm gonna be upset when that bottle goes. Eric says, don't forget to smash the like button, peeps. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the bell, and get the notifications. He works hard for that money. I don't get no money from this, boys. That's why we broke. Yeah, YouTube's trying to stop us from making money from it. But again, like I tried to tell everybody, this is a fun hobby that I want to share with people, right? I like alcohol. I like some bourbon. I love me a good old fashioned. So why not hang out with you boys on a Friday night and just have a couple of drinks? Tuxedo says, I seem to be able to read that in a Charles Barkley voice. So could I, but I'm not going to try. iRock says, no idea where BB Cask comes from, but we get it for $50 on Fort Knox, but it's 65 plus everywhere. What is it here? Tuxedo says, when are we eligible for super chats? Probably fucking never at this point, Tuxedo Cat. I don't know. I'm like halfway with the watch time. It's all watch time stuff. So, but that's on me. I wouldn't say I've not been lazy, but I've been kind of lazy. I haven't made other videos. I've just live streamed. I'm fucking working 3-4 jobs at this point. So we will get there. I just got to find a good little balance to be able to crank those out. But bro, the other night I was watching I was watching Donald Trump talk, I think. Bro, passed out. I was supposed to do a ton of other things. I just passed out mid-watching, just on the couch. So Irox says, good pour at the end of the day. Hey, you gotta drink what you like regardless. There's some bottles that people do not like that I like. Thomas says, I'm a bottom shelf guy. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I love me some good cheap bottles. There's nothing better than finding a bottle that's really good for really cheap, right? This one in particular. This one is amazing for 18 bucks. So go buy that. Tuxedo says 24-hour live stream starting now. No, it can't start now. God, no. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, 3 hours of sleep the night before. I told Liz, I was like, hopefully I don't fall asleep while I'm on stream because by now I'm almost passed out. Wesley says, when I got on, I saw you had New Rift out. How was it? I haven't had it, but haven't popped, or I have it, but haven't popped the cork yet. Wesley, do you have the single barrel, or do you just have the New Rift bourbon? Let's go back to the New Rift, right? Why not? It's really good. I kind of want Redwood Empire. Let me get a new blend. Fuck it. We'll circle back. We'll circle back after. Mr. Mom says, just as you said, Redwood Empire, I was pouring some 1910, almost poured it back into the bottle, grabbed my pipe dream. Pipe dream's good. A single barrel, that's the way to go. I also know that from what I've heard and a couple that I've had, because I've had a few of the single barrels, they're very consistent in the New Riff single barrels. They're all very similar. The proof kind of varies by a couple points, but not much. So the New Rift, mine is 110.6, but it's very good. It's a little sweet, but it has good spices in it. You know, they're a 4-year age, or at least 4-year age is what they claim. I don't remember the notes offhand. I did like a full review in the little Costco live stream I did, but I haven't made a separate video on it yet. But no, I like it a lot. I actually am really like big on New Rift. So like a lot of like this shelf is like a lot of the newer distilleries, or besides the Hibiki. I just did that to match the size of the Blanton's bottle. But still Austin, really liking their stuff and decent price. New Rift, same thing. I look at New Rift as very similar to Still Austin as far as they're in Ohio, but they're in Kentucky. So they're newer and they do like fun stuff with their bottles too. But they're very good. And then Redwood Empire, of course, one of my favorites. I'm gonna grab Grizzly Beast though. But I kind of like the newer distilleries. These aren't, they're not new, but they're new middle range, right? They're not like, you know, Jack Daniels and Jim Beam new, or old, but they're not, you know, Free Ranch new either. Tuxedo says, speaking of, I had a great idea, so brilliant. I should be charging from my intellect, but I will give you this one for free. Whenever you're unavailable to stream, one of us can in your place to keep schedule. Tuxedo, I fucking told you. If you want to be a co-host, come the fuck on. I'll give you a spot. You can pop on right now. We'll co-host the whole fucking thing. I posted that a while ago. Doing it solo is a little tough. I probably wouldn't have you guys do it without me. That would be kind of rude. But bro, if you want to come co-host with me, come co-host with me. Wesley says, honestly, I just like the look of the bottle. That's why I bought it. See, Wesley, I didn't want to say it, but you brought it up. Bro, it's a sexy looking bottle. Bro, it looks good on the shelf. You walk in and it draws your attention to it. They got some other ones too that are a little bit more sexier than this. The 8-year looks really good. But yeah, that's half the battle with me. You just got to have a good looking bottle. I'm going to give it a try. But I like their distillery. I've looked them up. Looks legit. For them to be in Ohio, but also in Kentucky, it's kind of cool. Kind of gives them a little bit different. But I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the future because they're new. and they're just now breaking into their 8-year bourbon, and they still have shit that's aging even longer than that. They just came out with like a specialty kind of bottle. I can't remember exactly. I said on the last live stream, I think the contest is over, but it was like a blend of like 12, 10, and 8-year bourbon. So I'd be pumped to see that. Tuxio says, like, Eric can host or something. Tuxio, I was saying you can have it. He's like, this is more for exposure, Eric. No, I mean, once we get monetized, I'd pay you. I'm here for it. I'd be good for it. Eric says, build your brand, TC. I feel you. Bro, Tuxio Cat be pumping out some shorts right now, doesn't he? I'm not going to read that. He's like, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Yeah, you need to open that bottle, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, too, because I know I like it, but like a lot of people don't like exactly what I like, so I like to see where everybody else is feeling. I know that I hear their rye is supposed to be amazing. I don't know. I haven't had the rye yet, but that's because I want their 8-year. Alex in the chat says, Sunday is the day of deep sea fishing. Just poured myself Maker's Mark with Coke. Okay. Just because. Tuned just in time. Hey, there you go. A little Maker's and Coke. I don't remember the last time I've drank that. But hey, more power to you. Hey, deep sea fishing, that's going to be fun, bud. Eric says, did JG pass out or is he still with us? I mean, from the messages, I'm going to say he's either the wife took away his texting privileges or he passed out. One of the two. Mr. Mom says, I've been hearing talks of a possible Redwood Empire Pipe Dream 101. Mr. Mom, that was probably from me, bud. Let me see if I still have that. I may have it on my phone. I have so many pictures of the kid. Who knows, like, what's on here anymore? Yeah, I still have it. So let me go through the Redwood Empire schedule. That way you guys know what's coming up. Fuck. Let me just send this to my computer real quick. I'll pull it up on here. All right, let's do this. That way, in case I mess it up on this one. There we go. All right. All right. Redwood Empire's shipping schedule. So we got mid-July, right? This is going to be Lot Series, Van Dusen, Straight Rye. This is going to be like that white label thing. This is going to be a new one, right? That's going to be mid-July. So any day now, basically. I haven't checked on that as of lately, but Alvin says, do you like amarettos? And if so, do you recommend a little amaretto sour? Oh, we're talking about bourbon. My bad. RD1, I hear is pretty good, but I haven't had it myself. So no, I haven't really had anything that I could recommend, but that would be what I would recommend. Tuxedo Cat apparently doing copper moose. So the chat's going to know a little bit more than I do on that. Late August, we're going to do Lot Series Batch 2 of all the 3 big ones that everybody are hunting right now, including myself. That's going to be Foggy Bureau, Screaming Titan, and Devil's Tower Rye, which is the high rye, obviously. So that's going to be late August. Then late September is going to be Pipe Dream 101 proof bourbon whiskey. And as you guys can kind of see on there, if I can make it any bigger, I can't make it any bigger. Yep, I can. You can see it's kind of got that like tannish label rather than just a white label. So pump for those. I want everything on this picture right here, because that's what I'm here for, you know. I really want the Screaming Titan. If I had to pick, I'm gonna pick Devil's Tower after that, and then of course the Pipe Dream 101 is a must. I love the Pipe Dream regular one. I love their cask strength. The question is gonna be, is Pipe Dream 101, what's the price? If they're smart, they're going to put it right in between the $35 white label and the $75 cask strength. If it's a $50 bottle, I'd say $49.99 to $56.99. If it's in that window, perfect. Perfect bottle. They're going to fucking crush it. If they try to match at 60, 65, 75 bucks, they're doing too much. You know what I mean? I don't care how much work they put into it. If it's not mid-level price, they're going to shoot themselves on the foot because nobody's going to buy it. They're going to buy cask strength or they're going to buy the cheap one. You know what I mean? Nobody's just going to buy it because it's the same price. The Screaming Titan, Foggy Barrel, Delves Tower, those are all going to come out right around the $75 to $85 price point anyway. So Thomas says my local liquor store got in 3 bottles of Green River Foolproof today. Hey, there you go. Miss Mom says, Tater Dom, cheers, just sipping on some Old Forester 1910 and YouTube surfing with some tunes in the background. Sounds like a good Friday night. Texas says, Double Towers for the win. Miss Mom says, if I get my hands on the Pipe Dream 101, I'll grab at least 3. It depends on the price. I'll buy one regardless, but if it's $75, $85 for that bottle, I'll be pissed. Because the only thing they're going to change is the proof point, right? And if the proof on the cask strength is 116 and the proof on the Pipe Dream white label is 90, you know what I mean? It's in the middle for proof, so it better be in the middle for price. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? And I think that bottle will probably sell more than any other bottle. Because the white labels are good, but everybody complains that it's not enough proof. People complain that the cask strength bottle, good proof, but it's too expensive for that kind of proof, right? $100 for 116, it's a little much. They're good, but that middle ground right there, they're going to absolutely crush it if they come out with the right price. If they don't, they need to hire me on for marketing because I'll do it. But your mom says, I'll do it at 50, 60. Yeah. That's what I said, like high-end 40, like $49.99 type of thing to like a $60. That's the price they need to put that bottle at. Because getting that bottle into a billion hands is going to sell them all the cask strengths and all the Screaming Titans and all that. I really want batch 1 of all 3 of the brown labels, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get them. I'll end up getting the batch 2s. But it is what it is. What do you say? Eric says, if y'all like Green River, then you can find Kentucky 10 bourbon. Get it. It's really good. It's a Green River distillate. Yeah, I've heard that. Also, so is Shady Mile. So, Tuxedo says, if it's around $45, I'll buy 10. If it's around 50, I'll buy 2. If it's over 55, I'll buy 1. If it's above 60, I'll skip. I mean, you kind of hit it right on the head right there. If it's above 60, why don't you spend the extra $10 and buy the cask strength? You know, it's not, that's what I would do. So. But yeah, so that is the update on Redwood Empire. As soon as I get the next update, I'll give you a little update on it. Hopefully it's an update with me with all the bottles right here. So Eric says, Tuxedo, if it's 50, you should buy 5. I mean, he's got to have some money for Penelope, you know? The issue I see, though, is everybody wants it, which is automatically going to drive up secondary. So he's like, but that's eating into my Penelope budget. See, I can tell you what Tuxedo Cat's going to comment before he does. Taylor Dom says, I started baking again. Call me old fashioned. Is that a Geek Bark Plus frozen white grape? No. So this is a frozen blackberry. But yeah, it is a Geek Bar. Alex said, if it's a new drink, I'll buy one. If I like it, I'll come back for more. Alex, the issue is if you buy one and like it, when you come back for the more, it's not going to be there. Redwood Empire tends to sell out. When they come out with a new bottle, it sells out like crazy. The white labels are the only thing that typically sits on the shelf. And the only reason they do is because people who are new to bourbon typically are going to something else first. People that are in bourbon that really like, high proof stuff, they skip over it because of the 90 proof. Not that it's not good. That's just typically what happens. But yeah, all the brown labels of Redwood Empire, I saw them on the shelf once, skipped over them because I'm an idiot, never seen them again. That's my fault. Beat myself up over that one. That's why I'm hunting that Screaming Titan so much. Miss Mom said, I have Penelope 4 grain and honey or toasted honey barrel. There's a Penelope honey toasted barrel? That sounds delicious. Can you return the bottle with a receipt? I don't think so. You can try. Let me know how it goes. You could ask the wife. I don't return anything. If anything gets returned in this household, she's doing it. I buy something, I go, fuck, I'll just go buy it again. I'll go buy something else. I will never return anything. I hate being like, can I get a return this? Can you give me my money back? Like, I don't care. If I did, if you could, I would have returned my caribou. Bro, there's caribou all over Florida right now. People are like going, oh, look, great find. I go, you guys are stupid. Caribou sucks. I'm also starting to think maybe I got a bad bottle. Because if people love it that much, I'm like, why does mine suck so bad? It's really lemony for me. I haven't had it. I've only had the Architect, so I can't really speak on it, but Tuxedo's the Penelope Whisperer in here, so I got to take his word for it. Eric says, Alex, only if it's empty. Yeah, I think on here it should say like recycle for 5 cents or something, right? On the Redwoods, at least. What I also found out, Redwood Empire, when you buy a bottle, they plant a tree or some shit. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know that to begin with. And it says on here, it says trees for the future. Buy a bottle and we'll plant a tree. So I've basically planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees already. Don't say I'm here. I'm not saying I'm here for the environment, but you're welcome. You're welcome. Eric says, but the caribou box is great. The caribou box is great. Comes with a little bag too. You know what I mean? Caribou packaging's A1. Bottle's A1. The juice is dog shit. So Jay's back. He says Redwood from Humboldt, California, 3 hours from my hometown. Yeah, Redwood Empire is one of my favorites right now. Between their labels, the juice, all of it. Big fan. Redwood Empire won't hit me up though, and send Daddy a couple bottles. I'm over here preaching Redwood Empire in every live stream. They still can't hit me up. You know, I feel a little offended. I talk about Still Awesome one time. Nancy Fraley comes in here and says, "Hey, let me help you out with the review." I'm like, "All right." You know, Still Awesome showed me more love than Redwood Empire. I still really like Redwood Empire though. Turret in the chat says, "Hello." Hey, there's about to be a cat fight in here. Oh no. Turret, what's going on, bud? Welcome to the stream. Eric says, Jay's back. Woohoo. Thought we lost you, man. We did. We didn't know if you got like your phone restrictions or you lost your screen time or something, you know? like, haven't had yet. You haven't had Redwood Empire, Jay? Ooh, that needs to be on your must-buy list. I know you're new. But you can get the white labels right here. Pipe Dream, their Emerald Giants, or Lost Monarch. All decent stuff. All $35. Pretty good. Not pretty good. They're fucking awesome. If you got a couple extra dollars, go Grizzly Beast for Bottle and Bond, or their cash strength. If you're getting cash strength, get Pipe Dream though. It's like now it's gaming. Jay, what game are you playing? You playing the NCAA? Yeah, Eric, come on, bud. You gotta stay in tune. Turt subscribed a couple weeks ago. Jay says, okay, I'll check them out next time. If you liked all the Buffalo Trace stuff, you'll like this. It's in a very similar palate profile for like sweetness and stuff like that. It leans a little more into the rye, just by like a hair. But they're really good. You'll come to find I talk about a few different brands quite a bit. Jim Beam Black, the Bullet Rye 12, Redwood Empire. I have to drink the other stuff because people want me to drink other stuff. If not, I'd probably just be drinking those. Eric, how was the vacation, bud? I forgot you just came back from vacation. What's the next pour, boys? I'm not going to be on here too much longer. I always say that, and then we all end up keeping me on, but I'm trying to be in bed sometime at a decent hour, you know? Let's do this. Had a few pours, right? I keep giving the 1792 some shit. Maybe we run it back. Palate's nice and refreshed. Let's see if it does dry mouth like all the other times. Cork pop, pretty good. You know what I need? It's right there. I can see it. I can see it. Celsius. Hey, there's one sponsor I fucking need. It's Celsius. Somebody hit up Celsius. Tell them I'll read however many ads they want as long as I get endless supply of this. Alex says, try the one you don't like. Well, Alex, that's basically what I'm doing. So 1792, I have a love-hate relationship with them right now. Like, I like the taste profile, but I dislike it because of the aftertaste. It gives me a dry mouth. That part pushes me away, but I want to like them. And I will say the higher the proof, the less that happens. But I tried this last time and mixed with other things, so I'm going to give it another try. Eric says, my bad. Oh, wait, he says, it was okay. Had my daughters and their friends, so wasn't as relaxing as I would have liked. Hey, you got to cherish the moments with them, though. So I'm sure you enjoyed that. His mom said, question, you can only drink one bottle for the rest of your life? Question, you can only drink one bottle for the rest of your life? Question. Wild Turkey Rare Breed. No, Woodford's Double Oak. If everybody said, hey, everything's going tomorrow, I'm taking Woodford's Double Oak. That's where I'm going with. Tuxedo says, I've only ever seen Screaming Titan in Colorado, and it was at a random place I stopped at in Colorado Springs called Newton Wine and Spirits, and recently too. So I'm going to drive there tomorrow. Tuxedo? Hey, you can hunt for me too. Jay said, too hard to choose. There are so many. No, Woodford's double oak. It's easy for me. Eric says, Mr. Mount Weller 107. Alex says, no way. You can mix that. I'm not going to mix these two. God, no. Ugh. I just need a little energy. Boys, I've been up since fucking 6 o'clock this morning, just 100 miles a minute. So I drink enough caffeine a day to kill somebody. But if you mean the foolproof, then yeah, you can't mix this. You can make an old fashioned with it. It's not going to go to waste. Nothing. There is no bourbon or whiskey that's out there that is bad enough it's going to go to waste. You can always mix it with something. You can mix it with Coke. You can put it in an old fashioned. You can make it with. You can put it in sweet tea. You could put it in fruit punch if it's that bad. You know. Thomas says Four Roses small batch select. Now that's a good pick. That's a good, like, safe pick. You can always pick it up. It's decent price, good flavors, okay proof. So, Mr. Lopez in the chat says, sup, fellas? Still at work, so can't chat. Well, Mr. Lopez, we appreciate you stopping by. Danielle says, I'd say Cyclone, but they don't make it anymore. Is Cyclone a beer, Danielle? Is it like a tall boy? I only say that because you drink Colt 45s in here, so. Eric says, Daniel, that sounds Canadian. Hey, if it is a beer, they have it at a gas station, but it's like cheap beer. It's like Foster's. No rum and tequila mix? Ugh. A rum and tequila mix? Danielle, your palate's crazy. I don't think I'd want anything rum and tequila mixed. I don't know, bro. Like, it got good flavor, but there's just something about it that I really just don't care for. You know what I mean? One thing I will say is 1792 Foolproof has the longest finish known to man. This is like doing like an Ironman race if you're just crawling. That's how long it takes for this finish to finish. Eric says, I've been on them about that, Lopez. I've been pulling slack for you. Can't get no one else to help. Thanks for jumping in. I felt like that was a shot at Tuxedo Cat, so. Did he leave? He hasn't come in a second. the finish is still going on that pour. Scratches. The fuck? 1792, like, it has good flavors. I'm sure I understand why people like it, but my job here in bourbon YouTube world is to not agree with everybody, to just tell you what my thoughts are on it. I've gone over like pieces of reviews of this now. I've gone over different parts of 1792. It's just not for me. Like, it's good, has an incredible finish for like fucking years. The proof is decent at 125. I got this for fucking next to nothing as far as dollars go. I think I got it $40. It's just the aftertaste isn't as great. Kind of coats your palate a little weird. Makes my mouth a little bit dry. Just a little weird on the mouth feel in a sense. But everything other than that is really pretty good. You fired. Eric says he's been here though, Lopez. That's the thing. Tuxedo just likes to wear the wrench. He doesn't like to use the wrench, you know? I almost went live for a lot of this, you know, politics shit, but I just know that like that's not the world I want to jump into. Lopez says, "Don't even know how we got a wrench, Eric. My bad, guys. My bad. Just trying to help out the OGs, make sure they're appreciated. Give them a little blue wrench. I can't give you anything else yet, you know." Tuxedo says, "I got this wrench through honest bribes." My bad, boys. Bonnie for Whiskey hasn't been in here, so hopefully he's doing good. I will say, the kid has learned to roll over now, right? He's also learned where his privates are. So we're dealing with that. But other than that, he's good. Tuxedo Cat, just so you know, he says, I was promised wrench admin, but y'all can see how that's going. It wouldn't show you as any difference than them, by the way. You wouldn't know the difference. Lopez says, Biden or Trump, everyone, let's hear your opinion. We love politics here. Well, Lopez, why would you do that? I just said I didn't want to do politics here. Alex says, instead of a wrench, put a shot glass symbol. Alex, I could if YouTube would let me get to the portion of where I could do all that with. But the wrench is just, they're moderators in the chat, which means they can kick people out if I needed them to. You know, YouTube doesn't let me get that far. I'm still apparently fresh out the womb to them. Bonnie over Whiskey does YouTube. Is he making videos? He has a YouTube? Eric says the same thing. He says specifically because you said no politics, that's why. Mr. Lopez, you know, I feel like I asked for it and you delivered. So, I mean, everybody knows where I go. There's no question. He has like one video. Same here. I have like one. Strat usually is the one that gets kicked out on a regular basis, so. Miss Mom says, I prefer a screwdriver. Me too. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that 1792 though. It does make people want to just stop talking to you when you talk about it. So like, I use it to my advantage at times, but I don't really care to do that on YouTube because then people get all crazy with you, and it's not really my forte. I mean, it is, but I'm trying to not let it be, you know? All right, let's do pipe dream. Start toning her back down. What do we got? We got a Glen, fresh Glen. I identify as a screwdriver. I have so many jokes that aren't allowed on YouTube, so one day I'll just stand up comedy for you guys, and I'll just unleash everything, you know? Not today. Not gonna happen. Eric's like, yeah, you can tell me because I don't care what side of the fence you're on. You know, most people are like that. But it's the outliers that aren't like that is where you get fucking destroyed. You know, where people just lose their mind on you. I care less where everybody's at either, but Lopez says, I tell all my jokes on YouTube. Lopez, do you have a YouTube channel where you do comedy? Oh my God, that would be the greatest thing ever. If I just go pop on your channel and it's just you standing up in the living room with a hairbrush as a microphone, telling jokes, it'd be my new favorite channel. So if you're looking for inspiration, you're welcome. It's like I've only been banned from like 10 channels. No biggie. I mean, typically I'm not going to ban you, but Tuxedo might. He's pretty tough, I hear. I just subscribed to Mr. Lopez. Eric says, why is the Avon lady walk funny? Lopez says, I might just become a YouTube star. Hey, you're on your way. Before you know it. Mr. Mom says, do you have a favorite non-whiskey YouTube channel? When I watch YouTube, I usually use YouTube as like for research. I don't typically watch YouTube by itself. But when I'm just looking for like, what the fuck? When I'm looking for like mind-numbing stuff, I kind of like watching Mr. Beast because it's just like dumb entertainment, right? Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall is like a weather YouTuber. Bro, that sounded like I'm fucking 100 years old, but like he does like anytime there's tornadoes or hurricanes or snowstorms, he's always talking about it, and I just find it interesting. Who else do I watch? I don't know. That's kind of it. You know, I pop in and out of like Bruzel sometimes. I pop in and out of different whiskey YouTubers just to like say hi and like leave if I'm doing whatever. Jeremy Sears, I watch some of his live streams because he talks about cigars. Bonding over whiskey. I was just talking about you, man. He said, "Where you been? 2 weeks." I don't think it's been 2 weeks. I think I missed 1 week, but I've been busy. The quickest version I can give you guys is I'm now back in the working world, Monday through Friday. We also have the kid that I'm now doing a different schedule with. I still have my photo business and then this. So I've been trying to manage it, but I've been honestly just dead. I've been dead. Is what it's came to. But I'm trying to make sure we don't miss Fridays. Last Friday I was asleep, so. Tuxio says, "Isn't Jeremy Sears a Pawn Star?" Jeremy Sears lives like down the road from me. He's like this older guy with a fucking impressive beard. He talks about like man shit. Is where he kind of comes from, but he does like a little bit of whiskey. He does cigars. I don't know. So. Bonnie Boy says, "Man, Eric, I don't want to hear it. I didn't expect him to go live tonight." You didn't expect me to go to live on Friday? Okay. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that on the chin. That's fine. It's fine. It didn't hurt my feelings at all. Eric says, "That's Ron Jeremy." Bro. Tuxedo Cat thinks I'm over here just watching Ron Jeremy. Just a little mind-numbing stuff here. Let me turn on Ron Jeremy. Get the fuck out of here. Ooh, Bonnie Whiskey says, "Lost my job since my car quit, and I was coming in late 6 days in a row." That fucking sucks. Sorry to hear that, bud. So what I heard you say just then is you had all the time in the world to turn on to the live stream, but you didn't. But whatever. I'm just kidding. Sorry though. That sucks. They they did take out the gun emoji, didn't they? Yeah. Honestly, anytime I've ever lost a job or quit a job, right around the corner you always find something a little bit better. Alex says, "Okay, my review on this drink, Maker's Mark, was a hint of Christmas, cinnamon spice." Which Makers are you drinking, Alex? Is that just regular Makers, or is it Makers 47 Christmas? Fuck, which one's Christmassy? I guess regular Makers could be Christmassy, but yeah, I mean, Bonnie or whiskey. I mean, if the car's not working and you're walking to work, there really is so much you can do. Because I used to walk to work way back in the day when I was like 18, and I used to walk a couple miles. And every day, you wake up 10 minutes later. If you're sore and if you're slowing down, you're bound to be late. You know, because you can only do so much in that case. But yeah, I kind of feel what you mean. So it gives you time to kind of regroup, rethink, then get back at it eventually. So, bro, the Microsoft hiccups is fucking killing me. Yeah, that's crazy. All around the fucking globe, Microsoft decides to take a shit today. maybe you got rescheduled for a good reason. Gave you time, just an extra little bit of time to prepare for it. Alex says, call me old fashioned, it's a regular one. I guess I could see that. The spice, for sure. The Christmas, I haven't had regular makers in I don't know how long, but I guess I could probably say it had a little bit of that minty-ish Christmas feeling to it. Maker's 47, and then like Maker's French Oak. Which one is that? That's probably 47. Yeah, 47 is like a vanilla bomb. So Maker's definitely has different profiles within its own lineup. So, but I thought you were mixing with soda. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I'm here for it. Bro, we have new neighbors above us now. They are miserable. Hopefully they're watching the stream. Thomas says, being retired is where it's at. You know, I felt like I was retired for a while, but I wasn't. I'd retire now, but it just I would have no money. So I got a little bit to go before we get there. If I could just be on YouTube drinking alcohol full time, I would consider that being retired. So Bonnie says, I got to try a single barrel proof blue label Old Forester yesterday, and dude, it was so good. Old Forester is awesome. Old Forester blue label is also really good. So yeah, Old Forester makes some really good stuff. People sleep on Old Forester. I'd say Old Forester has like two different clienteles. The people have been drinking it for years. They go, oh, of course, this stuff's amazing. And the people are just now finding it, going like, why haven't I tried this earlier? Because most of the bottles are decently priced, different profiles on different years, like 1910, 1920, you know what I mean? So, I mean, they make good shit. Eric says, damn it, talking about makers made me pour my 2023 BEP limited release. Hey, we didn't make you do nothing. That was your own choice. Don't blame me. But how is it? Bottom of Whiskey says, I usually like more rye, but 130.6 proof gave me a punch I like. Damn, bro, 130 fucking proof on the Old Forester? I don't think I've had Old Forester ever above 125. I fucking bet you it did punch you in the face. 130 is high, bro. Like the 133 Jack I have, it fucking hits. But like in a good way, you know? So. Tuxedo says, I got new neighbors too. You guys remember when I first moved into this office? The people upstairs were stomping a lot. But they calmed down. Eventually they moved down. It was nice. Now we have the mariachi band above us that fucking goes nuts all day. They run laps in their living room. Just want to take a broom and tell them to stop it. Eric says, call me old fashioned. I still don't have those makers 3 bottles that you don't like. Sorry, boys. Texas says they moving into an apartment nearby, driving their pickups, their jeans or ratty hats. They got a bunch of farm equipment in the trucks. Like, geez, buddies, Iowa is that way. What? I think it's availability. Like, some states have gas station liquor stores, and then you go there, they're always gonna have the Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Four Roses, Evan Williams is common. Eric says there's supposed to be. Do you still have those makers that you don't like? I still have the makers, but I kind of like them. There's only one that I'm like not like that vanilla one, bomb. That one that has like a little bit of like red fruit berries, that one's bomb. The other one's kind of like hit or miss, but I kind of like them. Bonnie Voice says, by the way, I never got that shirt. I know you didn't. They sent it back to me, and then I had to send it back, and then I just haven't really ordered yours. That's my bad. Yeah, the distributor fucked up and sent it to me, and I had to send it back. And then when I sent it back, I told them to resend it, and then they didn't. So I was like, all right, fuck it. And I was like, I just have to like cancel out the order and redo it. Alex says, you have merch? I do, but I'm closing down the store to redo it because I don't like where it ships from for the exact reason I just went over. He's got that China shipping? No. It's from US. It's just, I don't know, bro. They're good, but like they're not like, I don't understand the point of like why they can't understand when I email them a simple thing. You know, that's the part that's been an issue. And I have to close it down, like basically put it up for maintenance, and then like reorganize the store. Because some stuff ships from a certain place and some ship from one other place. The shit that ships from this place is the headache. The stuff that ships from here is really good. So, yeah, that part is throwing me for a loop. You think he does, but you won't get it. Well, honestly, I mean, the people that ordered it did get it. When I ordered it, it gave me an issue. So, like, that's the weird part because I ordered bonding or whiskeys. I didn't give it back? No. You want me to take it out? Jay says, my wife says she'll put out for a shout out. Jeanette, please. My man JG over here has been saucing it all night. He says he's got to be put to sleep. Either that or he's going to be in the comments all night. Bro. Shout out Jeanette. She's fitting to lay down with man Jay. Sometimes you just got to get the wife's in order. The wife's fitting to go pick up McDonald's, so you already know we're cooking over here. Boniver says, I made a trade Tuesday with RJ the Fed. He's trading me this year's Little Book and an Old Forester single barrel proof rye for my blends. Taylor small batch, Weller Green, and half a bottle of Little Book Old Forester for Blanton's each Taylor small batch and Weller Green. I don't know. Like, juice wise, you're probably winning. Money wise, you're probably taking a hit. Eric says, shout out JG's wife. Now give him some. It's fucking good. Tuxedo Cat. Speaking of China, I was trying to cook some rice the other day and took an hour. When the bag said 20 minutes, it came out like a wet glob. And I was just like, God damn it, China. Why can't you just... Damn rice, poor people food. LOL. Damn China. Okay. Yeah, Eric got his fucking probably more than he even asked for. Bro, everybody knows rinse the rice. Yeah, I like this. Jay says, thank you. She enjoyed that. Well, hopefully you enjoying it later, my man. We're here for the people. We're not here to get people laid. I don't know what we're doing, you know? Sober up some though. You can't have me give you a shout out and then you go in there and throw some weak, you know, a little whiskey, you know? Get some water, a little Powerade, maybe a little French fries from the freezer. Get warmed up. Then you go in there and use it. You know what I mean? Show me the proof. In the chat says, cheers one and all. Just got home. Happy weekend. Well, show me the proof. Glad you're home. Hopefully you're going to have a great weekend. We're cruising to the middle to the end of the live stream, but we've broken into a few different things tonight. We're starting off the Friday right, I'd say. The neighbors sound like they want to fucking start the Friday off right, too, because I'm about to fucking put a hole through the floor. Bro, did he just say put some ketchup on your rice? Eric, that's not okay. I don't even like ketchup, so. Buffalo sauce? Maybe. Some sort of, like, bro, I found this hot sauce the other day that was like a garlic and herb habanero sauce. It's fucking bomb. I put that shit on everything right now. Bonnie Ray says, I got the Blantons in a $5 raffle. Okay. Taylor for 55 and the Weller for 32. And 3923 was a gift. I'm wanting to share it to others. He also is giving me some samples of Eagle Rare. I won his giveaway. Well, I mean, if you get all that for that price, then you're going to come out on top. The only reason I said you may have been losing in a sense is, like, if you go try and buy Blanton's, Weller, Taylor, like, usually you're going to spend quite a bit versus the other ones, you know. But if you're getting them for that cheap, then by all means. Alex says, went to Bass Pro Shop. Almost brought me back a boat when I realized I have no room, though. They're building a Bass Pro Shop right next to the house here. It's going to be dangerous, but we will survive. Show Me Proof says, Eric, got a Elijah Craig barrel proof pick from the grocery in northern Michigan. 127.5. We have Elijah Craig barrel proof all over the place here in Florida. They're good. I don't really care for them too much. Like, they're good, but they're kind of expensive comparatively. They're like $90 here. Yeah, there's always room for a boat, though. I agree with Eric. You can find a spot. I used to have a membership to a boat club. I was about to buy a boat, got a membership for a boat club, and that was like mid-COVID. So all we did is drink and go out on the boat. I stopped going when I got seasick one good time because we were drinking pretty heavy, no water, all alcohol. And I was like, this is just not fun anymore. Because we got out there and it was rocking so hard that I fucking puked off the side for like a good hour. So we haven't really been back since. Bottling over whiskey is just saying he's here for the people is what he's trying to say. In the shortest term, he's like, I'm here for the people. Tuxedo, my brother was just in Colorado. He said he liked it a lot. Michael Pug just subscribed. I think that's what it says. On my side. It didn't pop up on the screen, though, for some reason. Just want to check one thing. Oh, I can find it there. Can't find it here, so I need to put this back on. Ooh, y'all moving. Bonnie says, also, Eric, it is laser coated A22. Apparently, the worst of the 2 laser coats, but I loved it. Hey, as long as you like it, that's all that matters. It says, can't get whiskier. Whiskey-esque. Alex says, at the moment, I had Knob Creek shots, and the number of boats started looking real nice. Hey, that's how it happened for me, too, so. Tuxedo says, ooh, a channel? I want to check it out, but don't want to cheat on Call Me Old Fashioned. You stop it. He says, I'm loyal. I don't believe you. Bro, you probably have your fucking TV up searching him right now, so. I don't care. Go over. You can go over to him. I've watched his channel a couple times. It's more of like not what I'm personally looking for, because I'm looking for more research stuff, but he seems cool. Bonnie says, Eric, that guy is starting to produce Bruzel content, though, which is not the vibe I'm on board with. Bonnie, what is that? What is the Bruzel vibe? Is that like the bourbon hunting stuff, or? Texas says, you just won't let it go. I just can't trust you anymore, you know? It's just, you know? Bonnie Royce says, Cat, there's too many channels. I follow like 12 whiskey tubers. God damn, people. Oh my God, the fucking neighbors are going nuts up there. Mitch Lopez says, didn't know this was an exclusive relationship. Tuxedo Cat said he was going to make like a Hot Pocket one day, and then we caught him in another channel. I'm just saying. David says, what's your thoughts on Buffalo Trace? I mean, Buffalo Trace itself is a great bottle. I haven't seen them trying to charge $40 for like the small bottles, which is a ripoff. You need to be able to get at least a 750 milliliter for like $35, if not cheaper. But it's a really great all-around bottle, right? A lot of my buddies like it in old fashions and make cocktails with it. I prefer other stuff typically. Victor just subscribed. Welcome to the family. But overall, it's a great bottle, but it's nothing like too special. It's very family friendly-esque, right? But I like having it. I don't even have a bottle right now because I put it in my infinity bottle and just really haven't bought another. But it's good. Miss Lopez says, Mr. Mom says, I'm back. Had to say goodbye to my daughter and son-in-law, grandson, and 2 grandpups. Damn, they all left? Well, hopefully you told them I said bye too. Bonnie Whiskey says, Bruce will focus on specialty allocated bottles, usually or places he can buy a barrel and slaps his face on the bottle. Don't know, it just feels less about whiskey and more on promoting. Understandable. I don't care to really promote much besides the shit that I like. So now if they give me a sponsor, I'd say it would be sponsored. But like I wouldn't really take a sponsor from anything that I don't want to talk about anyway. Like if Redwood comes through with a sponsor, you guys will know. There'll be signs. There'll be signs. Austin in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Austin. Says, hello everybody. Just got back from vacation. How's everybody doing? Glad to be back. We're doing all right. We're just kind of hanging out. We're doing a little hangout stream on a Friday. We've kind of ran through a different couple pours. We made an old fashioned tonight from scratch, like you guys been asking me to. The wife forgot ice on the chill down, but that's Tuxedo knows all about the quality control here. We fucked that up, but it was still good. It was a Blanton's old fashioned too for some reason. Eric says, Bunny Whiskey, I get you. I don't watch Bruzel as much as I used to because his live streams you can't get a question in. Whiskey is pretty cool, but I haven't watched him in a while because of the timing. The one thing I don't like about the Bruzel live streams is like I could ask a question from any one of my channels, they never get answered. So I feel like I'm just talking to myself. So, but I don't really watch his live streams. I watch the other stuff sometimes. That's because he like goes different areas. He was just in St. Augustine. He was literally right next to my house. He had some YouTuber, I have no idea who they are, take him around town. I was like, bud, if you really want to know the good spots, you just should have just hit me up. You could have hit me up. I could have took you to all the good spots. Way better than the spots he went to. I felt bad. He didn't go to any of the good ones. Tuxie says, yeah, there'll be signs. Call me old-fashioned, already giving them like a hot tool without the sponsor. Imagine if they actually do. Oh, bro. I'd be wearing like a Redwood Empire bikini on this bitch or something. Austin says, what are you drinking tonight? This moment or in general? We started off with New Rift, just because that's been like the new hot bottle for the week. Then we moved over to a Blanton's Old Fashioned. And then I did Redwood Empire Grizzly Beast. Did I do something else as well? Oh, I had 1792 Foolproof. Now we're trying to slow her down with some Pipe Dream. Carson says, cheers, y'all. I'm sipping on Pipe Dream also. Hey, Pipe Dream's good stuff. Carson, you kind of missed. I have it up still. I'm going to go over it for you. I'll pull it up. For you. Redwood Empire came out with a little schedule. They're coming out with a Pipe Dream 101 late September. We were kind of debating on what the price would be. We're all kind of guesstimating it's going to be around $50. Ballparking $50 is where that sweet spot's going to be. It's going to be 30 under the cast strength, but another 20 above the white label. So could be good. Who knows? I'll get it. I'll review it. Probably buy a bunch. Bonnie Bush says Redwood Empire should be doing that as soon as Whiskey Bonded is doing the first Redwood store pick. So that will be cool to see barrel picks. I don't know who Whiskey Bonded is, but I'm automatically jealous. So yeah. Bonnie Voice says, nothing for me tonight, Austin. My interview is not happening today. Got me in a mood. My family is leaving for vacation. Has me down as well. Ain't going with them because I can't afford to. Well, Bonnie Voice, you still have us. Not saying you have to drink. but feel free to hang out here as long as you want. We got your back. And I give it. I mean, the best advice I can possibly give you is you're definitely still young. You're gonna have plenty of time to go on vacations. You're gonna have plenty of time to bounce back. So this is just one little hiccup in the road, and you'll bounce back. It'll be even better. So. Carson says that's good news. Oh yeah. Redwood Empire, any news is always good news. I've been hunting that Screaming Titan though. I really want to find batch 1 before batch 2 and stuff comes out mid this month. So, or wait, which month is it? Let me pull it up again. Oh, late August, they're going to come out with batch 2 of Screaming Titan, Foggy Bureau, Devil's Tower High Rye. Mid this month, they're coming out with a small lot series Van Duzen Straight Rye. So that's all coming up. So I want to get batch 2 as well, but I want batch 1 first. I feel like I can't judge batch 2 properly if I don't have a batch 1. Bonneville Whiskey says Pipe Dream 101. That is still a little low for me, but more my proof area. So Bonneville Whiskey, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why don't we, right? So what I was saying is this bottle, $35. Great price, but nobody buys this as much because it's 90 proof, right? And you can buy this, cask strength, 116.8 proof, great fucking proof point, basically $75, $80. That 101 should split right in between here, right in between the proof, should be right in between the price. If it drops around to $50, it's probably going to be their number 1 selling bottle. Because people don't, if they're new to whiskey, they typically aren't buying this. If they're experienced in whiskey, they're usually buying this because they want the proof, right? They don't want 90 proof. But if there's a 101, game over. People are going to buy it. So I imagine that's what they're trying to do, but you never know. Oh, let me keep this on here. Mr. Mom says, it's going to be interesting on YouTube. They're hitting the gun tubers who are sponsored by firearms manufacturers and related to A2A manufacturers. Maybe they'll come for distillery sponsored channels. Let them fucking come. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I ain't making money from anybody, so they can't kick me off. Austin says, you like wild turkey? Oh, yeah, of course I like wild turkey. Wild turkey rare breed, wild turkey Kentucky spirits, all right here. Bonneville Whiskey says, yeah, if the cask strength was more that 60 range, I get it. That's my point. It's like most people would buy the cask strength, but it's a little bit too high a price for the proof point and for not being like a super established brand. You know what I mean? It's just a little pricey. So if they drop that 101 mid-range, more people are going to buy it. It's going to get in the hands of more people. More people are going to like it, which are going to open it up for them to sell more of all their other bottles. So I think it'd be a smart move if they did that, but you never know. They may be stupid and fucking drop it same price as a cask strength. So Alex says, tell Tuxedo Cat to sponsor you. How is he going to sponsor me? I put a gun platform called Hawk 2A. Texas says, I'll sponsor anybody. Eric says, call me old fashioned. What should my last pour of the night be? I need to stop or I will go all night. I don't know what you have, but I know you've been drinking Larceny. And then I think you had, fuck, what else did you have? Go back. Um, Eric, I'd say either Heaven Hill Bourbon, the 7 year. I think you have that. I could be wrong. Or do a Weller Special Reserve. That should be a last pour. I think you still have the Weller Green Label. I would go that. Bonnie said, did anyone hear of that they tried blaming the politics shooting on a YouTuber that sold a shirt to a shooter? Guy had 26 million subs, and this one bought one of his shirts, so it was totally his fault. Yeah, definitely his fault. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear that, but I wish he was wearing my shirt, to be honest. That would have been good publicity. Daniel says, what's wrong with all night? I mean, some people got to wake up in the morning. Mr. Mom says, new channel, Guns and Grains, Bullets and Bourbon. Guns and Grains sounds like a fucking awesome name, to be honest, but Eric says, Lopez says, Eric, let's go all night. I'm litty. Literally barely starting. Tuxedo says, wrenches should be able to unretract messages. Alex says, all night down so I can open up this crazy name bottle, Monkey Shoulder. Monkey Shoulder? That's not really that crazy. That's like a UFC type bottle. I mean, it's okay, but wait, Monkey Shoulder? Fuck, what am I thinking of? Eric says I'm out of both, but I'll have 107, and that will be the one. Hey, go with that one then. You should have been wearing Nike or a Kansas City Chiefs shirt. Pro. Yeah, Monkey Shoulder, I believe, is Scotch. People come in all the time asking me to fucking buy it and try that one. I don't know if it's like a really good one or if it's just easily findable. Yeah, Howler Head. That's my bad. Bro, that fucking camera just went nuts. If you live Banana Laffy Taffy, Sagamore Double Oak is very good from Tuxedo Cat. Lopez says, horrible streamer playing on his phone. Bro, the wife's at McDonald's ordering food. I had to tell her what I wanted. But it's okay. I'm not here to impress. Hawk or Warhawk 1945 says, anyone ever heard of Sagamore Double Oak? Is it good? Thinking about getting one. Well, Tuxedo Cat says Sagamore Double Oak is very good. Just told the wife on y'all, just so you know. I snitched. I don't care. He said, "Get me some nuggies, please." Bro, I was just trying to get me a little double quarter pounder here, and y'all over here fucking giving me shit. I told her though. I told her it was y'all. She's getting nuggies though. She said the line's long as fuck, and she's losing her mind over it. So. She's like, I just want a late night snack. I was like, bro, Tuxedo Cat usually goes to McDonald's in the middle of the night. What are we doing? Tuxedo says, puts on suit. May I interest you in some Dixon Deadman's 2XO Icon Series? Love me some nuggies. Bro, the nuggies at McDonald's, they hit pretty good. But the double quarter pounder, if it's made fresh, it's delicious. Andy Reid? Yeah, I know, me either. Tell them to get them extra crispy. If they make them extra crispy, they probably fucking overcook the shit out of them. That's funny. Where's my little clicker? I had a little red, white, and blue going on today. But pipe dream's good. I think I'm gonna finish this pour. We'll do one more, and then we'll end the stream. Then we'll end the stream when the nuggies get here. All right. Keep it twisty. Where's that from? Twisty. Here comes the boom. Bro, I'm good. I'm good. I know the movies. It's a commercial? Fuck, what are we talking about then? Eric says, yes, I'm just trying to keep Tuxedo as the favorite. And Eric says, then the late night pour show. You never know. If I get a little nuggy refresh, you never know what happens. It's all about the food and the water intake for me, boys. That's how we keep the show on the road. Well, just so you guys know, we are 7 subscribers away from 1,300. That'd be kind of cool. Tuxedo says my popularity could be, wow, bro, fuck, why can't I see the rest of it? It says Eric's on the rise. Tantalizing nuggies. Bro, could you imagine I do a whole live stream reviewing like McDonald's chicken nuggets? You may be onto something, bud. A little catfish barbecue takeout. Sounds delicious right now. I can go for some seafood, but when we get seafood, we typically go to this like little crawfish boil place where we get like the like shrimp, crab legs, corn, sausage. Bonnie Royce says for 1,300, you should review 13 colonies. I should. I keep seeing it at the store and I almost pick it up, but I always find something else I want more than that. But I think I should eventually, so that's a good idea. Lopez says I'd watch. For the nuggies, bro, I can imagine you'd be right on time. Alex says don't have numerous of different bottles and pouring people, including myself, make a bartender. Just wait. Having numerous of different bottles and pourings, people, including myself, make a bartender. Just a thought. I'm so confused, Alex. I mean, if you pour a bunch, yes, you can be a bartender, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where to go with that one. Eric says, then I have to pour another one. Oh no. Yes, I did. Tuxedo, I think you're delayed in the stream, by the way, bud. I said that like 5-10 minutes ago. Bourbon, cigars, and nuggies? What a fucking stream that'd be. He says perfect timing too, and for 1,400, review Tin Cup 14 year. It's only like $60. I heard Tin Cup's not that great though, but I mean, I like where your head's at. He's like, I love that movie, bro. Here Comes Boom's one of my favorite movies. Like for like a fun, entertaining movie. Not my favorite movie is Interstellar. Carson, just subscribe. Carson, welcome to the family, bud. Make me a bartender. I could make you a bartender, but I'm not the best bartender either. People give me shit for not making enough cocktails on here. The one time I tried to make a video about making fucking cocktails, I fucking didn't hit record. I'm still pissed about it, so. But one of these days we'll do a whole like live stream or video on just cocktails. So I can let everybody know I do know how to make cocktails. I like it in my own way though. All of these cocktails are always my own twist. Just like my old fashioned, nobody puts as much bitters as I do, but I do two different. I want the flavor twist in it. Twisty. I don't do bone-in wings while a little intoxicated. One whiskey tuber swallowed a bone on a live stream and had to pull it out of his butt 2 days later. Just saying. I mean, what about the views though that he got? Just saying. But I don't eat boneless wings. If I'm gonna have chicken wings, it's gonna have a bone in it, and I'm not. I would never be drunk enough to swallow a bone. So. Tuxedo says, "No, I'm not delayed. I just like to wait." Okay. Eric says, "Bonnie whiskey. Haven't had Tin Cup. Is it good?" The price per year on the Tin Cup? Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely a good price per year. It's just, is it good though? You know, we'll see. Well, I think it's a good idea. Austin says, do you like Scottish whiskey? Scottish? If you mean Irish? I don't know if I've had Scottish whiskey. I'm not a big fan of Irish whiskey too much. Like, but I haven't had anything that's probably worth a damn. Bonnie Ruiz says, for old fashioned, I like them dry, no ice. That's some psychotic shit right there. No ice in an old fashioned? It's like a fucking shot. Like, what are we doing? That's not good. No, because the way I make my old fashions is I grab this thing, I make the drink in this, and then I throw some ice cubes in it and I chill it. And then I pour it over ice. So I like where your head's at with it not being watered down. That's also why I would use a higher proof whiskey or bourbon to keep the proof point. But there's no way I'm making an old fashioned with no ice. Lopez says Eric, he ain't going nowhere. He and the missus are going to stay right here and converse with us while they dine. Eric says for a 14-year, that's about $7 to $8 per year. That might be all right. I think it's good for the price per year, like you said. Scottish whiskey is Scotch? No, I don't care for that then. I haven't had anything worth a damn. Mitch Mom says Jameson Black Barrel. I haven't had that one yet. I've had Jameson. Maybe I have had Black Barrel? I don't remember though. I've had a lot, but unless I own it, I never remember it, to be honest. It's just my personal preference to do that for the low proof stuff. Never do my high proof stuff because I like the whiskey on its own. I mean, the high proof stuff has an argument to not be in an old fashioned, but I get what you mean. But even the low proof stuff, I'm putting ice in it just because I have to. Lopez says, not a big Scotch or Irish guy myself either. I mean, I'm pretty basic. You know, I like my bourbon, I like my whiskey, and I kind of like the same profile a lot of times. I like to branch out and have variations every once in a while, but you guys can kind of tell where my palate lands with most of my reviews, so. Austin says, I do love my American whiskey. Bonnie says, like, I hated regular Woodfords, all three bottles of, I hated regular Woodfords, all three bottles of $17.92 I've had, and Buffalo Trace, just don't like lower proof, no flavor. I like Buffalo Trace, I like regular Woodfords. $17.92, I kind of agree with you. I think it has good flavors, I just don't think it's for me. Carson says, as a bourbon drinker, I like Jameson. I like Jameson, but I don't drink it that much because it's not like my ideal. And for Irish whiskey, I'm fucking the basic bitch I am. I only typically drink proper 12, and that's when I'm watching a Conor McGregor fight. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm going to stick with bourbon. There's mom says, keep Johnny Walker Black for mixing. Glenlivet, 12 soon. Okay. Okay. The consistency looks like a tin cup needs to be reviewed, and I'm on my way some couple bucks to do a review. Ooh, Bonnie Royce says Carson as a bourbon drinker. I also like Old Smoky apple pie moonshine. I'm fucking right there with you. It's one of those drinks that like, it's not bourbon, it's not whiskey, but I fuck with it. Appalachian apple. Oh wait, you said Old Smokies. Incorrect. Sugarlands, Appalachian apple, way better. Josh Young too says, "Yo, what's up, brother? Been a while. Hello, my ass still out here." Well, welcome back. It must have been a long time because I don't actually remember your name. But it has been a while. I didn't live stream last week, so when I take a week off, I usually forget a lot. So that's on me. But glad you're back. Ooh, the banana pudding from Old Smoky. That's good stuff too. But that you can't drink that with anything else because if you, oh, deployment Middle East. Yeah, you're right. I remember you now. That's my bad. The old like the moonshine stuff, a lot of it's like good, but like when you mix it with other stuff, it just doesn't sit right. Because the banana pudding moonshine is like a milk base, so you can mix it with not mix it, but like drink it also with like the strawberry milk base from Old Smoky, or like any of the milk bases from Sugarland. Sugarland has more complex stuff in theirs, so Sugarland's typically is better, but Old Smoky is just more well known. If you go to Gatlinburg, you know that's when you can go do all the tastings. Like we went towards Christmas, so they had like an eggnog one that I didn't care for, but they had like a peppermint mocha one that was pretty good. Bonnie which says I like the apple pie one because it was the only liqueur I ever smelled until I had my first beer. This is my dad's favorite. He quit drinking though. Well, the Old Smoky one is good. The Appalachian apple has a complexity to it. Like when you take a sip and you breathe in, you get like a green Granny Smith apple type of style. When you breathe out, you get caramel. So, and like all throughout, you get apple pie. But it's fucking delicious. It's just more complexity to it, so that's why I like it. The wife is now on the way home. She says that was ridiculous. Never again. What time is it? It's almost midnight here. Jeez. Josh Young says I have 17 more days. Out of here. Hey, 17 more days and then you're done? Mr. Mom, I don't know if I'll get that yet. Oh, it's 6:48 in the morning over there? God damn. Josh, I feel your pain. But tomorrow I may get to sleep at least 6 hours tomorrow, so I'm pretty pumped. Been out there since October. God damn, that's a long time. October, almost a year. So you're cruising on like 10 months right now. Well, boys, I'm going to finish this up and then I'm going to log off for now. The wife is almost home with the nuggies. So I'm going to go eat, grab some water, refresh. I may come on for a late night pour. Nothing set in stone yet. Let's see how the food goes first. And then, yeah. So we'll figure it out. Alex says, here, U.S. Infantry 10 service. Hey, everybody's military here. Thank you guys for your service. Everybody that's military, appreciate it. I was not military, so don't make it seem like I was. I was just saying everybody in the chat looks like they're in the military, so thank you. Bonnie says not really making them proper pancakes, eggs, and whatever they meant they want. Oh, Bonnie Rose said also gotta go to bed soon. Not only do I have to watch my family leave without me, I gotta make them breakfast. Gonna give them an uncooked oatmeal. See how they like it. Hey, sometimes you gotta be a little petty. I'm not gonna be mad at you for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 6 away from 1,300, just so you know. Appreciate everybody subscribing. We do try to go live every Friday around 8:45 to 9 p.m., depending on how we're feeling, but typically around those times. Carson says, enjoy the nuggies. Have a good night, y'all. Hey, we may be back on later, so don't be too scared. Come back if you see the live button. Turn the notifications on. Give you an update. Bonnie says I'm too much of a coward for the military. I tried to go in the military. They told me I wasn't allowed, so. But all right, boys. I'm going to shut her down. And then maybe we'll be back on later. So, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Thanks for hanging out, having a drink. If I come on later, tune in. If not, I will see you boys soon. Happy Friday. Stay safe. And, of course, as always, see you boys on the other side. Peace. Can't figure out where my music button is. There it is. And roll outro. Oh, it's not working. Technical difficulties. Oh, there it goes. Well, Tuxedo abandoned. I'm before you and I chance. See you later, Austin. Danny Young, go Panthers. Let's see y'all. Maybe I'll be back on later, boys. Y'all have a good night. Maybe I'll see you soon.